So imagine landing from your dream vacation, walking up to customs, and being told a suitcase full of drugs has your name on it.
You say, "That's not my bag," but the officer points to the luggage tag and says, "Then why is your name on it?"
That is the airport scam Canadian travelers need to know about right now. It's called baggage tag switching, and according to a W5 investigation, innocent passengers flying from Canada have been detained after their real luggage tags were allegedly moved onto drug-filled suitcases.
And the scariest part is this: you may have done everything right. You checked your own bag, you kept your receipt, you got on your flight. But behind the scenes, one tiny strip of paper may have just turned you into the prime suspect.
So today, we're going to show you how this scam works, why it's so dangerous, and the simple proof you should collect before every checked bag disappears behind that counter.
So here's how the scam works. You check your suitcase like normal. The airline prints the baggage tag with your name on it, your flight, your destination, and that unique barcode. Then your bag disappears behind the counter into the part of the airport you never see.
And according to the investigation, that's where corrupt baggage or ramp workers can remove the legitimate tag from your suitcase and attach it to another bag, one packed with illegal drugs and headed to the same destination.
Your real bag may be left without a proper tag, sent through the system with a rush tag, or end up sitting in unclaimed luggage. Meanwhile, the other suitcase is traveling under your name.
And if that bag makes it through, someone at the destination is supposed to collect it. But if customs finds it first, guess whose name is on the paperwork?
Yours. And now you're the person being asked why a suitcase full of drugs has your baggage tag on it.
And this is where we need to be really, really clear. This investigation focuses on flights from Canada and alleged cases connected to Toronto Pearson. But the lesson is not just for Canadians.
Exactly. The larger issue is that every major airport in the world has the same basic weak point. You hand over your bag, it disappears into a restricted area, and for the rest of the journey, you're trusting the system to protect that tag, that bag, and your name.
Most airport workers are honest. Let's just say that clearly. The vast majority are doing difficult jobs under pressure, moving thousands of bags a day. But a baggage system only needs a few bad actors to create a completely serious problem.
And once your luggage is out of sight, you cannot personally verify what happens to it. That's true in Toronto, it's true in New York, it's true in London, Paris, Dubai, Bangkok, Mexico City, Sydney. Anywhere checked luggage moves behind the scenes.
So this is not a don't fly through Pearson story. This is a change how you check your luggage story.
Because international travel already comes with different legal systems, different languages, and different custom procedures. If your name gets tied to a bag that's not yours in another country, proving your innocence can become much harder, much faster.
And that's why these tips matter for every traveler. Canadian, American, British, Australian, or European. It does not matter. If you check a bag, your baggage tag is your identity inside that airport system.
Which means protecting your luggage is not just about stopping theft anymore. It's about protecting the paper trail that connects you to your bag.
So, how should you protect yourself? You create proof before your bag even leaves your hands. You need to be able to show what your actual suitcase looked like, what it weighed, and what was inside it, and where it went.
So what do? Well, step 1, take a clear video of your bag before you hand it over. Do a full 360-degree view. Show the front, the back, the sides, the wheels, the handle, the color, the brand, anything that makes your bag identifiable.
And yes, you may feel a little ridiculous filming your suitcase at the airport, but do it anyway. People film lattes. You can film the thing that might keep you out of a holding room, right?
Now, the next step is to record your bag on the scale. This matters because the weight is part of the paper trail. If your suitcase weighs 19 kilos at check-in and the bag found under your name weighs 32 kilos, that difference matters.
Exactly. You're not trying to become a detective here. You're just creating a time-stamped record that says this was my bag, this was the weight, and this was the condition. And this was the tag that was attached to it.
Now, step 3, take a close-up photo or video of the baggage tag after it's attached. Make sure the barcode, destination airport, flight number, and bag number are all visible and attached to your bag.
And before it disappears onto that conveyor belt, physically check that the tag is properly looped and attached. You're not being difficult, you're actually checking the one strip of paper that connects you to your luggage. That little tag is doing a lot of legal heavy lifting.
Now, step 4 is important. Keep your baggage receipt. This is something you should always do anyway, and too many people just don't give it a second thought. Never throw away that little sticker they give you. Don't stuff it in a random pocket or lose it before boarding. Keep it with your passport or travel documents until your bag is back in your hands.
Yeah, that receipt has your bag number on it. If something goes wrong, that number becomes part of the evidence trail. It can help investigators compare what you checked with what arrived and what got intercepted.
Another step you can take is to take a photo of the inside of your suitcase before you close it at the airport. Now, you don't need to photograph every sock like you're filing a museum inventory, but you do want a clear shot of what you packed in your bag.
And this helps show what you actually packed. Clothes, shoes, toiletries, chargers, the usual chaos of travel, not mysterious packages you've never seen before.
And one of the best tips that we can give you is to put a luggage tracker in your suitcase. We use an AirTag, but there's Tiles, a Samsung Smart Tag, or any other tracker inside your checked bag. You don't want it dangling outside where it can be removed. Hide it inside the bag. We have links to these in the description below that you really should check out. We use these all the time, and they have seriously helped us out of a jam.
Now, this won't stop someone with tampering with a tag, but it can help show where your real bag went. If authorities are looking for a suitcase with your name on it and your tracker shows your actual bag is somewhere else, well, that's important. Another part of the evidence trail.
And this is especially useful when your bag arrives with a rush tag or no original tag at all. You don't just shrug it and say, oh, well, travel's weird. You take a photo of the rush tag, take a photo of the bag, and keep everything.
Because in some cases, passengers may never ever know that their tag was used unless the drugs are discovered. Your bag could arrive late or with a different tag, and you might think, oh, it was just a normal airline mistake.
So if your checked bag comes back without the original tag, with a damaged tag, or with a rush tag, or from a different baggage process than expected, document it before you leave the airport.
Take pictures at the carousel. Take pictures of the new tag. Take pictures of the condition of the bag. Then report it to the airline baggage desk and ask for written documentation.
Because that written report matters. If your bag was mishandled or separated from its tag, delayed, or retagged, you need a record. Don't rely on a conversation at the counter that disappears the second you walk away.
Now, should you stop checking luggage entirely? Well, not necessarily. We traveled for years and sometimes carry-on only is just not realistic. But this is one of those moments where old travel habits might need an update.
Yeah, the old travel habit was check the bag, keep the receipt somewhere, and hope for the best. The new habit is document the bag, document the weight, document the tag, track the bag, and keep the paperwork.
It sounds like a lot, but literally, it takes less than 2 minutes to do all of that. And those 2 minutes could make all the difference if your name ever gets attached to a suitcase that is not yours or is full of drugs.
One more thing is also make your luggage easier to identify. Use a bright strap or a distinctive luggage tag, put some ribbons on it or stickers or anything that makes it visually obvious.
But here's the really important part. Do not put anything in your luggage that displays too much personal information. Your name and phone number are enough. You don't need your home address waving around the baggage hall like it's an invitation to come on over.
And this one should be straightforward, but never carry anything for anyone else. Not a package, not a gift, not a bag, not just helping a little old man who needs some help with his bag. No. If you didn't pack it, you do not carry it, you do not touch it. That's the rule that has always mattered. And now it matters even more.
And when you land, check your bag before leaving customs or the airport. Make sure it's actually yours. Check the tag, check the tracker, check the condition. If anything feels off, then deal with it before you leave that secure area.
We have seen people that we've been traveling with leave with someone else's luggage by mistake, and it ruined their trip.
Travel has changed. We're all seeing that. The world is getting a little uglier in ways most people never see, and checked luggage is now part of that reality. So when you land, don't just grab your bag and walk out on autopilot.
And if authorities ever question you about a bag that is not yours, stay calm. Then ask for legal assistance and show your documentation.
The point is not to scare people out of traveling here. The point is to travel smarter. Airports are massive systems, and most workers, they are honest. But it only takes one corrupt person in the wrong place to turn your vacation into a complete legal disaster.
So before your next flight, give yourself an extra 2 minutes at check-in. Your future self may thank you.
When travelers get smarter, these schemes get riskier for the bad guys. And when these schemes get riskier, well, fewer criminals succeed.
So if this helped you, give it a like, give it a hype, share this video, send it into a group chat, or post it wherever travelers will see it, because this is one of those tips people don't know they need until the worst possible moment. So let us know what other travel tips you'd like to hear, because we have 20 years of extensive travel through 130 countries on all 7 continents to draw from. Let me tell you, we've seen it all.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.